everyone! Today's unboxing is for the monthly subscription service to the Fresh Fiction Box Not to Miss, which is a book subscription service. This is a this is a long-standing box. This has been around for quite a while. Now, I just started up the subscription again. I've not been subscribed for a little while. I do have kind of a sentimental thing about Fresh Fiction because the Fresh Fiction Box Not to Miss box was my first box to unbox on YouTube. So, yeah. So because of that, it's a sentimental value to me. For reasons I will get into once we've looked into the box, I have subscribed and unsubscribed over the years. And yeah, I'll tell you why about that in a minute, about why it is that I have not been subscribed the entire time. But for now, I'm subscribed right now. So here it is. So this is the June 2025 box. This is a book subscription service, which means I'm going to get, I think it's like 3 to 5 books, and you get, like, you can get ebooks. So like, you know, QR codes and stuff to get an ebook. Or hardcover, paperback. It's a lot of times romance, but it can include other genres. It's you don't get to pick. It's just that's the surprise and wonder of it all. The box is $35.95. The website does say that it's free shipping in the U.S., but when I ordered my subscription, I had to pay shipping, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Apparently, I didn't get the right coupon code. Who knows? But I think it's like $10 for shipping. So like $45 for the box. All right, so let's dive into this and see what we got in our selections this month. All right, so I'm going to pull stuff out. Okay, going on the very top. So let me just take a look at my letter real quick. Oh, they're saying I ordered this in June. This is the July Fresh Fiction box. Okay. I think I might be a little bummed because I was hoping to get the June one. If the June one was the one I was thinking of. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So what do we got in this? We've got different ways to join the fun at Fresh Fiction. They have book clubs, like actual book clubs. They have online author interviews and book clubs. Okay. And then their website has where you can go and see what you can read next. Look at the back of that. Yeah, and they have a whole community there. A to Z Fresh Fiction reader games. Oh, cool. So you can download game sheets at freshfiction.com. All right. Awesome. Okay, so let's dive into this and see what the books are. So the first book that I have is a Harlequin. Harlequin Intrigue, which is romantic suspense. This is Dark Web Investigation by Katie Mattner. So this is Harlequin, July 25. Romantic suspense. And then we have the Atlas of Untold Stories, which is by Sarah Brunswald, which is Christian fiction, women's Christian fiction. Then I have a larger paperback, which is by Shaw Connolly. Is it by Sean? No, that's the title. Shaw Connolly Lives to Tell by Gillian French. It's an advanced reader's copy. Minotaur Books. This one doesn't say suspense. It says suspense. All right. And then I have a thick paperback, which is from the Elite series, Bound by Charlie Black. This looks like an independently published. I mean, I can't tell for sure, but sometimes when you've got no publisher listed, it's independently published. Yeah, I'm not sure about the genre. Oh, C Black Publishing. Yeah, it's independent. I can't tell what the genre is on this one, but if I had to guess, it's more like maybe sci-fi. I'm not sure. Okay, so we're gonna put you there, put you there, and then if I look at my box a little bit, I have a little tea bag, green tea, and there's a butterscotch hiding in here. A little butterscotch. Oh, and a little thing of Smarties. Oh, goodness. All right. That's everything. That's everything. All right, so that's everything that I got in my apparently July 2025 Fresh Fiction box. Not to miss. Fresh Fiction box, not to miss. You got to be careful to put that kind of into any Google searches. I believe their website is freshfiction.com. Freshfictionbox.com. But when you type into a Google search, I want information on Fresh Fiction subscription box, you'll get like a ton of things. So I always narrow it down because they tack onto it the not to miss, and that gets you like better results in Google. All right. All right, so if you like this video, please take a moment to hit the like button down below. And also if you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, it'll let you know when I post my unboxings. As always, I love your comments. What you think about the items in this box? If you read anything by these authors, or if you just want to say hi, that's okay. I love your comments. I read and respond to them all. So what do I think? Well, so this is this is where I get into telling you a little bit about like kind of the history. So one of the things that drew me to Fresh Fiction, which was shortly before COVID hit, because in COVID pretty much everybody was doing subscription boxes. I was no different. So, but I had gotten started just prior to that, and I chose this book because actually there was an author that I knew who was being highlighted in it. So I'm like, a box of books, I'm there, and the price was really good. So I did that for a couple of months, and the one sticking point that I have, which I can see is still going to be a sticking point, is that you don't get to choose the genre or the, it's not really the genre that's the thing, it's that it's just across the board. So, for example, I typically don't read the Harlequin intrigues. I read the love-inspired suspenses, because that's Christian romantic suspense. And I prefer those. They're a little cleaner. I don't know, maybe the intrigues are, but I'm not sure. But I haven't read intrigues for a lot of years. I might read this one just to see, give it a try and see. So in that respect, but on the offset of that, I got the Atlas of Untold Stories, which is Christian fiction. I know this author. I pre-ordered this book, so I actually have another copy of it. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. So anyway, that's Christian fiction. So for like clean reads, there's no guarantee. So if you read across the board, just everything you can get your hands on, this box would be great for you. If you're picky about it, like I'm a little bit picky, I want my clean reads, then it's hit or miss, Sometimes the boxes, and I will tell you, if you are watching this and you are not a Christian fiction reader, you get Christian fiction in it quite often. So sometimes you don't get it at all, but there will be times when almost the whole box will be Christian fiction. So, and vice versa, So if you're picky about, I don't want Christian fiction, or I want Christian fiction, or I don't like the Harlequin books, or I want the Harlequin books, if you're picky about it, this might not be the subscription for you. I also don't read fantasy, sci-fi. Well, I shouldn't say I don't. It's very rare for me to read those books. And I like suspense, straight suspense. I love romantic suspense, but I also like straight suspense. But I'm one of those readers that's a little bit picky about like psychological thrillers. I need to be kind of careful about what I read with those. So like with this book, I have no idea. clearly no idea about that one. So that's one of those ones I'm going to have to research pretty heavy to decide whether or not I'm going to read it. Um, and this is going to be a silly thing. I fully admit this is a silly thing, but this book scares me because it's thick. It's thick. And just the way that the cover is, now, yeah, you're not supposed to judge a book by the cover, but I'm trying to judge what kind of genre that is. Just by the cover, I can't tell. Um, so I'm like, it might be sci-fi, it might be fantasy, it might be just straight suspense. I don't know. It's very thick, which like fantasy books tend to lean on the more thicker side. I don't know. So I'm kind of nervous about that one. But again, that's one that I'll have to heavily research before I try it. So in this particular box, I got 1 win out of 4. One that I'm willing to give a try to right away, which is the Harlequin one. And the other 2, they might not be for me at all. But on the other hand, you never know. I might research it heavily enough and find out that it is. Or it might be something that, one of my daughters would want, and I'll pass it to them. So it's kind of like, so what do I think of this box? Well, actually, if it weren't for the fact that I went into this particular box I was trying to get, I think, the box prior, and I didn't subscribe in time to get it. The box prior to this, and I can't be sure, but according to the advertising, it made it seem like there were like 2 Christian fictions that I really wanted to get. And I'm like, I've got to jump in there and subscribe to this box. So I thought that I was going to get that one. This is not that one. So I missed the boat on that one. I'm bummed, which means that either I suck it up and like research and get some things I don't want, some things I do, until I really get some things that I want. Or I can do what I've done in the past, which is unsubscribe. But I'm going to do what I've done in the past, which is not unsubscribe, but what I did in the past was I gave them a chance. So I went like 6 months subscribing and then sat down and said, okay, out of the 6 months, how many books did I get that I wanted and how many that I didn't like or didn't want to keep? And the first time and the second time, this is like the third time I'm subscribing. The second time I unsubscribed, it actually did that for me. Like I was getting a lot of advanced reader copies. Like this is an advanced reader copy. And I was getting a lot of advanced reader copies. And I particularly do not like advanced reader copies in subscription boxes because those are the copies that they're almost finalized. But they're still at a point where there's some tweaks that could be made. So they're not necessarily, although for the majority of them, they usually are the ones that you're going to see on the shelves, but they're still advanced. They're advanced reader copies. I get advanced reader copies quite frequently because I review books. So I get them for free and they're ones that I want to read to review them. I don't like buy them. And in this case, it's kind of like, I'm buying an advanced reader copy, which I wouldn't do. So I don't care for that. And looks like that really hasn't changed. But I did have, especially during COVID, and I give them a pass because it was during COVID, but we were getting a lot of advanced reader copies then. And I was like, I can't do this. These are freebies for people. There's, they're kind of, at that point in time, this box wouldn't have been 4 books, it's 3 because of the advanced reader copy. So you can like donate advanced reader copies. You can sell them like on eBay, but they're advanced reader copies. They're not supposed to, like, you're kind of not supposed to resell them, but people do. People donate them. I know used bookstores that won't take them at all. You can't even donate them. So, because they're not finished. They're not finalized. Anyway, that's my rant. Okay. So having said that, this is one of those things which it's hit or miss. Like I said, if you are good with across all genres, across all, clean or spicy or, you're good with all of that, then this would probably be a good box for you to try because it gives you different authors. It may get you out of your comfort zone. Yeah, so there's that. If you're really picky about it, I wouldn't recommend this box. Now, what I'm going to do is, I didn't get the box I wanted, but I did get a book, even though it's a duplicate. I did get a book that I wanted. So I'm actually going to subscribe at least for a month, another month. I might go and give it a few more months just to see, and then I'll just go from there. So, but now you have it. Now you know. If you're curious about what came in the box, here's what came in the box. By the way, there's treats. I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. They always put little candies and some tea bags. I don't drink tea. I don't care about the candies. So for me, that's nothing. But it's a little treat if you want it. They used to put like crackers and chips in them. I remember originally I got crackers and chips, and they would always come smashed. What do you want? You got a box full of books. You know, the books bounce around, the crackers get smashed. So they don't do that anymore, which is a good thing. But I will say that the price point is really good. Even with me paying the additional $10 in shipping, I basically got 4 books for $10 a piece, just over $10 a piece. And with the exception of the Intrigue, which I think is still at 6 or 7, 8. The Intrigue's at 8, price-wise. These, except for the advanced reader copy, which would typically be, the advanced reader copy is free, but if you were to get this book and buying it, $20 at least. For those, this one, 19, yeah, so 20, 25 maybe. So when you look at it that way, the price point is actually really good. So that's going to be it for today's video. Sorry for talking your ear off. I hope I gave you some good information. Thanks for stopping by and watching. You guys are awesome. Have a great day.